Hey guys, it's Daily Dons here. Today's going to be a training video. This session was actually done last Saturday week in my home of City Gym Limerick. It was actually a pretty cool Saturday because we had a few guests over, like Adam Keane. You'll see him coming up in the video. Super strong squat, 83 kilo competitor, member of the Irish team as well. So this is the first movement that I do on this day, and it is the hex bar deadlift. Reason why I'm like the hex bar deadlift as opposed to a conventional deadlift when I'm in this dieting phase is it's a lot less fatiguing for one. Most people will find that deadlifts kind of takes the longest to recover from, and I find that a lot with a barbell deadlift just because I am thinking, ooh, there I am, topless, nice. But yeah, so when we're trying to manage fatigue, when we're in a calorie deficit, better to use a motion that's going to cause less fatigue, but you can still keep the volume fairly high. So here's the second one for today is some weighted chins. So you might see I'm not going all the way down, so before you guys call them partials, they are partials. I know this. Don't try and insult me about it. But what essentially I'm trying to do is basically roll my body. And I just find I can keep more tension on the lats by doing it that way, not going completely to the bottom, keeping the tension there. So now here you'll see a funny one, the nice broke back lat pulls, seated rows. With a neutral grip, and if you see the grip, it's actually a massive grip, so it's got quite a lot of forearm activation there. So essentially what I'm doing here when my shoulders are rounding forward, that's to give the lat as much of a stretch as possible. Mike likes that now, so much so he had to have a little touch for himself. There it goes. So essentially I'm trying to stretch the lat as much as possible. Here's Adam Keane being super strong, jacked and tan. Check him out on Instagram. I'm so jacked. Yes, you are, buddy. Yes, you are. So essentially, I do that weird thing where I round my shoulders forward to increase the range of motion of my seated row. And then you'll see as I pull with it, I correct my posture and then finish out the lift with a nice straight neutral spine. So here are the calf raises. And I do these for 4 sets of 15, and you'll see that I have my pants rolled up. So no, that is not to show off what I think are massive calves because I know that they're small, but growing up around powerlifters now, they're constantly recording their sets, and they record their sets in order to check lapses in form. So I'm almost thinking the same idea, but more so than form, what I'm looking at is contraction. So I want to see if there's a difference between the contraction to the left and the right, something that I might want to know going into next week to try and maybe further contract my left side compared to my right side. And in here that is very much the case. You can see how much harder I can actually get the right side compared to the left is looking quite soft. So when I notice things like that through the videos, I'll just think contract the shit out of the left calf next time I'm doing calf. So that was our coach Arthur doing the real deadlift, as I like to call it. Arthur's actually an exceptionally strong human himself and is a sumo lifter, so we kind of like to poke fun at him when he tries to do conventional. So this is my last one of the day, and it's actually 2 sets to failure on a single leg calf raise. So that's why you see my opposite leg just kind of floating around the place. And again, I record these just to make sure that I'm getting as much of a contraction as I want. You know, you don't just have to record things in order to get likes on Instagram or to look at how much of a boss you are. You can actually use your recordings to help your training, and that's one thing that I like that the influence of powerlifting has given me is a better understanding. So that's all for today, folks. Real short one. Hope you enjoy. Bye bye.